In 1799, British scientists received a specimen from Australia. They thought it was a joke, a hoax, a beaver's body, a duck's bill, an otter's feet, venomous spurs on its hind legs, and it lays eggs, but feeds its young with milk. This animal broke every rule of biology, and it is in this river, right now. Stay, because what you are about to see will change how you see life on Earth. This is Eastern Australia, Queensland, ancient rivers running through eucalyptus forest. The platypus has lived in these rivers for over 100 million years. It was here before the dinosaurs disappeared. The river is its world. It cannot survive far from water, cannot tolerate pollution, cannot adapt to a damaged river. The health of the platypus tells us the health of the river. It is a living water quality test. There, on the bank, looking exactly as impossible as the scientists said. The bill is not hard like a duck. It is soft, rubbery, sensitive, packed with sensors. The fur is the densest of any Australian mammal, completely waterproof, trapping air for insulation, and those hind legs on the male carry a spur connected to a venom gland. The only venomous mammal in Australia, looking at you with tiny ancient eyes. Watch what happens when it enters the water. On land, awkward, waddling slow. The moment it hits the water, transformed, streamlined, fast, perfectly built for the current. The webbing between its toes spreads wide for swimming. The bill leads, the tail steers, and then something extraordinary happens. The eyes close, the ears close. Everything shuts down. The bill can detect electrical fields. Every muscle movement of every creature in the water produces a tiny electrical signal. The platypus feels these signals through 40,000 sensors in its bill. It hunts completely blind, completely deaf, using only electricity. This system, called electroreception, is found in sharks, in electric eels, and in the platypus. A mammal, in an Australian river, hunting by electricity. It catches everything small enough. Insect larvae, shrimp, worms, yabbies. The bill scoops and sorts. Prey goes into cheek pouches. The platypus has no teeth as an adult. It will grind food against grinding pads in its mouth. A single platypus eats up to 30% of its body weight every single day. For an animal its size, that is extraordinary. The river must be generous for the platypus to survive. Every 30 to 140 seconds it surfaces. One breath, eyes open for a fraction of a second, scanning the bank for danger, then diving again. It can spend up to 12 hours in the water every day. Diving, surfacing, diving again. The river gives everything. Food, safety, temperature regulation. The platypus never needs to go far from water to find everything it needs. The river is complete.
In the bank, a burrow, dug with those webbed claws over many weeks, up to 30 meters long. The entrance hidden under roots, underwater sometimes. Only the platypus knows where it is. Inside, dark, warm, safe. The female builds a special nesting chamber deep inside. She carries dried leaves and grass curled in her tail. A nest builder, a mammal that lays eggs in a tunnel, in a riverbank, in Australia.
She lays 1 or 2 eggs, leathery, like a reptile's eggs, like a bird's eggs. She curls around them, incubates them with her body. For 10 days. No other mammal on Earth lays eggs like this, except one other, the echidna. Together they are called monotremes, the most ancient branch of the mammal family tree. Living fossils, still laying eggs, in Australian rivers and forests, right now. The egg hatches after 10 days. A puggle, the size of a jelly bean, pink, blind, hairless, the most helpless newborn of any Australian animal. It feeds on milk. But there are no nipples. The milk seeps through the mother's skin. The puggle laps it up from her fur. A mammal, feeding milk through its skin, in a burrow, in a riverbank. This animal rewrote biology. Most people do not know this. The male platypus is venomous. On its hind legs, a curved spur, connected to a venom gland. The venom causes extreme pain in humans, not fatal but enough to incapacitate a grown adult for weeks. Other males competing for territory face this weapon directly. The platypus is not just strange, it is also dangerous. It just does not advertise it. The river has rules. Each male controls a stretch, up to 7 kilometers. When boundaries are tested, the spurs come into play. Brief, violent, decisive. The loser retreats. The winner continues patrolling. The river continues flowing. This territorial system has kept platypus populations stable for millions of years. Every stretch of healthy river holds its platypus, its ancient guardian, its biological impossibility. By afternoon, the feeding continues. The river gives everything it needs. It never needs to search far. The same stretch of river, the same pools, the same feeding grounds used for years. The platypus knows its river the way we know our streets. Every rock, every root, every productive pool. This knowledge built over years is what makes it impossible to simply move a platypus to a new river. It would be lost. On the bank it grooms. The hind feet have a double claw, a grooming claw, used to comb oil through the dense fur. The oil comes from glands near the tail, applied carefully, methodically, until every centimeter of fur is waterproofed. Without this, the fur would become waterlogged. The insulation would fail. The platypus would lose body heat in cold river water and die. Every behavior has a reason. Every feature has a purpose. Nothing about this animal is random. As the light turns gold, the river slows. The platypus surfaces one more time. In this light, it looks exactly as it must have looked 100 million years ago. Before humans, before mammals ruled the earth, when the strange and the impossible were not yet strange, were just life. This river has been flowing since before Australia had its current shape, and the platypus was already in it. But the river is changing. Drought reduces water levels. Fishing lines entangle them. Pollution kills the invertebrates they eat. Land clearing destroys the banks where they burrow. Introduced predators, foxes, dogs take them on land. The animal that survived mass extinctions and ice ages is now threatened by things that did not exist 100 years ago. The platypus does not adapt easily. It never needed to. Until now. Night on the river. The platypus is still hunting. It never stops. In the dark, its electroreception is even more powerful. No light to distract. No visual noise. Just the electrical whispers of every small creature moving in the dark water. The platypus hunts by senses we cannot imagine. Sees a world we cannot see. Hears things we cannot hear. Feels things we have no word for. Before the light returns, the platypus goes home. The burrow closes around it. Warm, dark, safe, the river flowing outside. Inside it rests. The body that has burned through 30% of its weight in food recovers. Prepares for the next night. The next dive. The next electrical map of the river floor. The same rhythm. For 100 million years. The river holds its secret. Somewhere beneath the surface, the impossible animal rests. It does not know it is impossible. It does not know it rewrote biology. It just lives, as it has always lived. Laying eggs, feeding through skin, hunting by electricity. In the same rivers, in the same way. Since before this continent had its current shape. Since before most life on Earth existed as we know it. The platypus asks for nothing from us. Only the river. Only clean water. Only the right to lay its eggs in the same dark burrows its ancestors used for 100 million years. Science still does not fully understand it. It has surprised us at every turn. It will surprise us again. Remember what you saw today. That animal is not just strange. It is proof that nature is always more extraordinary than anything we can imagine. Subscribe for more Australian wildlife stories. This country holds more mysteries than science has yet explained.